You know, one of my favorite things about shooting, you know, and filmmaking in general is that enjoying these new places and traveling and, you know, being on the open road. I love to drive, so driving out to these spots is great. The one thing I think can be difficult about shooting is when you're out there alone, you know, you see this amazing spot, but you're there alone. You know, there's no one there to share this moment with. You know, you're away from your family, you're away from the people you love and care about, who you want to hang out with and talk to. And, you know, being out there for extended periods of time, it's not always as glamorous as one might think. Well, from our Facebook and Instagram, it looks pretty luxurious and glamorous. You know, we're out at these interesting locations shooting, but, you know, what they don't see is that we're out of service area or 3 hours from the nearest gas station or store or hotel or anything like that. Sometimes you're at home in your comfort zone and you don't want to get in the car and drive for 8 hours or, you know, seek out these new locations. But if you want to shoot time-lapse, you know, that's what it's about, finding new things and coming up with new ideas and exploring these places. If you just sit at home or go out to your nearest park, you know, you're not going to get those super interesting shots that you're after, and it likely won't go very far from after that. Some of the things I love about shooting time-lapse are the places I end up seeing. You know, I never thought I would end up in Iceland, you know, at the edge of this massive waterfall, but there I was. And even in Chicago, you know, growing up in Northwest Indiana, I never thought I'd end up being on some of the tallest buildings, you know, the rooftops, just looking over. And getting into photography and time-lapse has put me in these locations that I never thought I would see. I think the biggest thing with time-lapse is that it's ever-changing. The shots we're doing now have to be bigger and better than they were before, otherwise it's going to be boring. A year ago, time-lapse was huge, you know, and now it's kind of dying down. And to make it still work for yourself, you have to keep pushing to go harder and bigger than before and coming up with something that, you know, hasn't been seen. I think that's a huge difficulty when it comes to time-lapse because it's so easily accessible. Anyone can go out and get a camera, a tripod, and set it up. You know, when it's a simple static time-lapse, that's how easy it is. You just go out and set up that tripod and the camera, and boom, time-lapse. So I think evolving and coming up with new ideas that are just, you know, that surprise yourself in a way. I think my main goal is to just continue doing what I love, shooting new places and exploring. As long as I can keep doing that, I'll be happy.